Hey everybody, Steve Moore here, owner of Run More. I'm out here with my friend Colleen and we're going to be giving you a few of our best cold weather tips. Make sure you stick around to the end and I'll give you what I think is the #1 cold weather running tip that we have.
Yeah, so to start things off, when I'm about to go out for a run, you want to think of it to be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer. So if it's 30 degrees, it's going to be about 45. So you want to dress that you are going to warm up.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, we've talked about wearing a lot of layers out there when it's kind of cold. And really, it kind of starts with your closest layer. So you want a nice base layer. For me, I have a bunch of different base layers. And depending on how cold it is, I have thin, I have thick, I have short sleeve, I have long sleeve. That sort of is like the most important part of what I'm wearing is a nice base layer and a nice pair of long thermal tights.
Yeah, if the core is warm, you'll be warm. Another crucial thing is getting the extremities covered. Hat, gloves, make sure you're not letting the heat escape from anywhere.
Yeah, I actually even switched to longer socks during the winter. Anything that can give me a reason to have any bit covered is going to be better for me. I'll tell you, the best addition to my entire winter wardrobe over the years has been the addition of a buff. Some people call it a tube, but this ridiculous thing will come up over my head, tuck into my jacket and into my base layer, and keeps me protected from all different angles. Even my sunglasses kind of keep me in this nice shielded protective cobe to make sure nothing is getting in. I am Cornholio!
My best one is making sure I have an outer shell when it's raining. Nothing's worse, in my opinion, than 40-degree rain. And if you can stay dry, you're gonna be a lot less miserable out there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I guess for me, the thing that's worked that I have found over the years is doing what Bob Seger suggested. A run against the wind. You know, it's weird. A lot of times is you want to kind of back end your run with some of the harder stuff and make sure you're warmed up prior. It's sort of the opposite when it comes to cold weather and wind. When I go outside, I will stand there and kind of judge which way the wind is blowing, and I want to run right into that. The reason that we're doing that is if you start off and you're running with the wind at your back, you typically get a little bit warmer and maybe you'll perspire a little bit, and then when you turn back into the wind, it will freeze to your face, and that is a miserable way to finish your run.
For sure, into the wind out with that at your back, and you get faster that way. And as always, make sure you watch the ground too when it gets a little snowy and wet. Never play the game of is it water or is it ice. You will lose most likely.
Also, great tip for the cold weather running, trail shoes. When we start getting the ice and the snow and all the crap on the ground that we get here in Maryland, you are going to find those spots that seem a little like it could be wet, it could be ice, it could be snow, it could be who knows what. Having some good extra grippy trail shoes that are a little more water resistant, going to make your feet dry while you're going, but just give you that protection so you don't fall on your face any more than necessary while you're out there.
I hope these tips are helpful and get some miles out in the winter.
Thank you so much. If you're out in the greater Westminster area, stop by Run More and say hello to Colleen and I, and hopefully we'll see you around town running during the winter.